Today, we bring to you the latest Canada immigration news of 2022. What's happening so far? No FSW draws and only PNP draws. And the new immigration plan. So much to cover. So if you are an aspirant for Canadian immigration, stay tuned till the end.
Hi, I am Kshitij.
And I'm Sonali.
We are a young Indian couple determined to move to Canada.
We started our PR journey in 2021, extensively researching the immigration process.
In this series, we study all news and updates related to Canadian immigration and present them exclusively for you on this channel. If you want to move to Canada, the only thing you need to do is subscribe to our channel and never miss an update on Canadian immigration.
So let's begin our PR journey.
Number 1. 80% of express entry candidates fall under FSW category. Out of nearly 194k candidates, more than 154k are FSW candidates. About 38,000 were CEC candidates, 577 were FST candidates, and remaining 344 were PNP candidates. IRCC has not invited FSW candidates for permanent residence since the last all-program draw in December 2020. As a result, about 80% of the express entry candidates in the pool are eligible for FSWP. In 2019, FSWP candidates received about 45% of all invitations. But in 2021, Canada only invited CEC and PNP candidates. The reason for inviting high numbers of CEC candidates was because the federal government has promised to invite 401,000 newcomers last year, and the strategy was to focus on the candidates who are already in Canada. The overwhelming majority of CEC candidates are based in Canada. The more candidates they invited overseas, the more will be stuck in immigration limbo, unable to complete the landing process and become permanent residents. An internal memo from the same month suggests that IRCC paused the CEC draws to help reduce the application backlogs and get express entry processing back down to 6 months. In 2020, the average processing time was up to 9 months. As a result of the pause in CEC draws, the number of CEC eligible candidates has grown to 20% of the pool. Second, Ontario, British Columbia and Saskatchewan has held their first PNP draws of 2022. Ontario invited 1,084 immigration candidates to apply for provincial nomination on January 11th. In its second draw the very next day, Ontario invited 502 express entry candidates to apply for provincial nomination on January 12th. In its first draw of the year, the SINP invited candidates to apply through two of its immigration streams. British Columbia invited 232 immigration candidates through its PNP program on January 11th. Third, Prince Edward Island releases its 2022 PNP draw schedule. PEI has released its PNP draw schedule for the rest of the year. The Prince Edward Island Provincial Nominee Program is the only PNP to release its draw schedule ahead of time. We can expect 12 PEI PNP draws in the year 2022. These draws invite candidates who may be eligible for PNP under the following categories: express entry, labor impact and business impact. It seems the PNP trend is continuing and all we can hear about is either PNP or the Afghan resettlement. Number 4. New immigration plan to be announced on February 11th. The FHS category may see a reduction in quota by 50% to accommodate TR to PR pathways and Afghan refugees. All this info comes from the internal memo. Also, the mandate letter says to introduce new pathways for international graduates and temporary workers. So, all these new pathways are expected to further shrink down the FHS quota, which includes FST, FSW and CEC candidates. Number 5. Canada conducted 2 PNP express entry draws in January 2022. First, on 5th January with CRS cutoff score of 808, inviting 392 candidates. And second, on 19th January with CRS cutoff of 745, inviting 1036 candidates. There is much more clarity on this topic now after the release of internal memo. This memo gives very bad news, which points out to holding off the all program draws in 2022. We discuss this in much more detail here. Also, subscribe to Milestone Canada and never miss an update on Canadian immigration. All news articles are linked down in the description below. Thanks for watching.